Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. You gotta take a shot. You have to live at the edge of your capabilities. You gotta live where you're almost certain you're gonna fail.
I'm gonna learn from the past, but I'm not gonna dwell on it. There's no point in dwelling on it. The only point in dwelling on it is to learn from it. So that's what I would do here. And then I would take what I learned from my experiences of where I failed, and I would also take the positive things that I learned, because even that failure is a positive. Even that failure is a positive, because you realize the value of the opportunity that you had, and you blew it, and you're like, okay, I'm never gonna let that happen again. Lesson learned. I'm actually stoked I get to learn that lesson, because there's gonna be more opportunities that come up in life, and you got to make sure that you don't disregard those opportunities when they come up. And so I would have taken those lessons learned, take that failure and turn it into something positive, and made good things happen when I figured out what my new mission and new career was going to be.
Listen to me. If you're successful in this room, you've reached any level of success, you know that failure is a part of it. It's the ego that gets in the way when you look at failure as something negative. Failure is just a way, some say, to try it again, but to try it differently and try it better. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean quit, give up, poor me, overthink it, stop, say I'm not gonna do it, woe is me. That's not what it means. It means that you did a great job, but you didn't execute. Everybody say it with me, execution is worship. Come on, execution is worship. Listen to me very closely. Nobody is gonna fire you if you execute. People fire you if you try hard and don't execute. No, people come here and tell me, I worked so hard, but you didn't execute. I don't pay you to work hard. I pay you to execute. I pay you to execute. I pay whatever I'm paying you for. If you're doing marketing, I pay you to make me look good and bring more clients. If you're not doing that, I gotta let you go. And if you're doing exactly what you did 4 years ago, I gotta let you go.
The road to success is through commitment and through the strength to drive through that commitment when it gets hard. And it is going to get hard, and you're going to want to quit sometimes, but it'll be colored by who you are and more who you want to be.
Successful people fail a lot. They fail a whole lot more than they succeed, but they extract the lessons from the failure, and they use that the energy, and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase of success.
Failure is not a strike against you. Failure just means you're doing something wrong and you're doing something right, but you're not doing enough right, and you need to figure out what you're doing wrong, and you need to make the adjustments so you can execute. Nobody's firing people who execute. People are firing people who try. People are firing people who put forth effort, but nobody's firing people that get it done. I want you to write that down for me. And the level of execution, what percentage would you give yourself? I execute 70% of the time, 50% of the time, 80% of the time, 90% of the time, 100% of the time. Write that down. I execute.
We didn't grow up with the sense that where we were was where we were going to be. You know, we grew up with the sense that where we were almost didn't matter, because we were becoming something greater.
You know, for me, it's hugely important to maintain just a positive, loving energy. Just
choose actions that are in your own best interest. Every day, we are choosing shit that's not in our own best interest. Fail early, fail often, fail forward. You know, it's always a little bit frustrating to me when people have a negative relationship with failure.
Why would we know we have something that's keeping us from the American dream? Let's get rid of all those distractions, go get help, and then once you blow up and you're a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, whatever you want to be, six-figure earner, whatever, let me say something to you.
You're all right, man. You're okay. Learn from it, don't dwell on it, move on, and go do something really positive in the world.